All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Lot Life Podcast. I have my alive host, Andrew. Andrew, I'm glad to see you're not dead.
No, I'm not dead.
Did you have a great Mother's Day? It was yesterday, actually.
Yeah. Saturday I ended up going and seeing family. And we had basically for my birthday and, my brother's birthday.
I was going to say, I saw some on the old Facebook machine. I saw your brother's celebration. Your dad went all out.
Yeah, he did.
If for some reason your dad ever finds out when my birthday is, tell him if he tries to celebrate my birthday like that, it won't end well.
There's a bunch of balloons waking him up.
He was shaking his head.
He was sleeping. I got to get him up, get him excited a little bit. But it was funny. Did
he enjoy it?
No, he went right back to sleep. He went right back to sleep. He's like, man, I don't even know what you're doing here. And we said it because I was like, Dad, I'm pretty sure my brother thinks every day is birthday because he's got it made. He's got it made. So, but I thought it was funny too.
Well, good. So congratulations to all you mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day a day late. We had a special guest last week for Mother's Day, the lead up, Mrs. Truck Buyer. She got quite a bit of publicity.
Yeah, she's a little aggressive. She's a little aggressive.
Moms get that way. So it's like they say, the worst thing you can do around in the nature, in the wild, is get around mother's little cubs, pups, whatever it might be, and you'll see some come out.
I have heard that. I have seen that, especially geese.
Geese.
They'll get you.
Yeah.
They'll get you.
Yep.
That's Blake.
On the golf course, possibly? Is that where you encountered the geese?
You gotta swing your club at them, get them away a little bit. I'll hit you.
They're bigger than they look like on TV, aren't they? Wow. Those wings spread out.
Yeah, the wings are spans probably as big as this table does.
Yeah. So. Well, and you walk around on the golf course, some of the other things that they leave on the golf course make you think that, you know what? That's a pretty... Something that can leave a remnant like that, then it's got to be a pretty good size animal.
And they chase you.
Yes.
They just yell at you, chase you. It's not fun. I don't know.
They should put a golf course on, like, wilderness retreat, where it's like, wait for that rhino to clear before you hit the shot.
It's like South Africa or something.
Yeah.
They probably have stuff out there. They're like, man, wait for the lion to get out off the green.
I'm sure they do. It's like, do you want the driver? Do you want your 5-wood? Or do you want the 30-06? Which one do you want out of your golf bag? The elephant gun.
Yeah, the elephant gun.
So, we just had Mother's Day. Wanted to give a little tease, drop a little information about what we have coming up. We have the Randall Appreciation Day. It's not going to be this weekend, but it's going to be, I forget the day, but the
23rd.
The 23rd. It's the Friday of Memorial Day weekend. Yep. It's going to be an all-day event. It's for customers. It's for employees. It's for everybody. It's absolutely free. We'll have more details about it, but I will say a few things that are going to be involved. One is a dunking booth.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you knew about that.
I knew about
shorts.
Whoa. I thought
anyway, so a dunking booth, and then there's also going to be putt involved.
Yeah, putt inside the dealership.
Inside the dealership. Yeah. Snow cones. I have heard rumors of free snow cones. Popcorn. There's
cotton candy machine.
Cotton candy. Also, and we wanted to have something for everybody, so that's why we were thinking about you too. Whenever a bounce house or two, gotta have a bounce house. Yeah. So it's going to be a great thing. It's for kids and adults. Mark it down on your calendar. The
face
painting. So is it on the 23rd?
23rd, yes. 23rd. It starts at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, put that down on your calendar. We will have Jordan Gregory on the next podcast to tell you a little more about it with a few more details, special guests. You always like special guests, especially ones that aren't overly aggressive mothers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually really excited about it.
It is going to be, and then there's going to be some fundraisers involved too.
Yes.
We don't know.
And giveaways and everything.
Yeah, giveaways.
Yeah, raffle. We're doing a raffle.
And we want everybody to come out for this because we're hoping to make this an annual event where we'll do it every year just to kind of show back, give back to the employees here at the dealership. Also, just to give to the community. We appreciate, we've been here for so long, we appreciate all that the community does for us, and we like to give back a little bit for the community and give them something fun to do.
Now this was a question brought up. Do you know the birthday of the dealership? I don't know if it, other than Bradford, I don't know.
Yeah, I have been told several times, but my wife also tells me when her birthday is, and if I don't have it in my notes, then I don't know. I'm not even exactly sure how old I am anymore. I have to go and do the math. So,
well, I think the dealership's 117 years old.
Yes,
right?
Since 1908.
1908. Do the math on that one. It's a long time.
Yeah, that's why I get into that. That's how I forgot how old I am, because I'm like, okay, and so was I 1 year old at the first year that I was born, or did I start out one? And then I go down the rabbit hole. I was like, am I 55 or 56? I don't know.
I mean, you didn't start here when it opened up in 1908. I think you started a couple years after that, right? Like 19.
Yeah, I was
10,
they wanted me to go to training school first.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do that. So they were like, no, it's like the wood wheels have to be round. You're making oval ones, and it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
now their wood wheels are round?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're wood?
Yeah, I made some, it was like, I used a softer wood. Don't make your wheels out of pine. It won't work.
Can't do that.
It's like, I come out the next day and the old Model A is just sitting, have dead spots on the wheels where it's sunk in.
Yeah, we got a Model T on the showroom as soon as you walk in the doors, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it was sold here brand new in 1925.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy to say. Yeah, it sold here,
and I was at lunch that day. That's why I didn't get a sale. The guy came in and it was like, man, I went to go, kill me a deer to skin it and eat it for lunch, because that's what you had to do back then. And it was like, he came in, bought that thing, paid $3, whatever it was,
$480 or something like that.
Exactly. But on today's podcast, I wanted to go over, because it is a lot of life, it's about car stuff, so we want to talk a little bit about that. One of the things that comes up right now is people are always talking about this. What sells a car? As a customer, what makes a customer want to buy a car?
What makes a customer want to buy a car?
Yeah, well, whenever they look back on the experience, what are the things that they're like, you know what, that made me feel good about buying that car, or it didn't make me feel good?
Usually how the process goes on the sales process.
That's exactly what I have here.
Yeah.
So the process, the honesty of your salesperson, the transparency, not feeling like they're trying to get one over on you, because a good deal is when both parties feel like they win.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Sure. Trying to think of what it feels like a good deal for them, because I think the most time as selling, the ones that don't feel great on my side, so I'm going to assume that doesn't feel great on their side, is when it's fighting constantly.
Yeah.
And you're always fighting something or always trying to do something. And the ones that aren't is the ones that, it's a smooth process and, drive the vehicle, absolutely love the vehicle, get right where their payments want to be, and it's just, shake hands, they buy the car, and then they head out and they're happy. I mean, those has been great.
Well, and a lot of that, it goes past just... in some of the best experiences people have, it's not about that time whenever they drive off on the lot. It's a week later or 2 weeks later. That's whenever the whole experience turns into a well-rounded experience that the customer really appreciates, because if they have a question, sometimes you get to the salesman, it's like, just one and done. As soon as I get that sale, I'm moving on to my next. I don't care anything. They won't take the calls. It's like, hey, my key fob, I can't get it to work. Something's wrong with that, or the navigation isn't uploading like it's supposed to, and the salesman, sometimes will just be like, it's not my problem, and just try to pan it off. But the whole experience, whenever, that's how we try to think of it here, where it's a whole experience. It's not just the purchase, but it's you as a lifetime customer is what we try to promote the salespeople here to understand the importance of that.
I think typically most salesmen, they hear in this dealership.
Sure.
Just because, but the thing is, I could see where a little bit of like other dealers, I know why salesmen don't do it there. Here, when something comes up like that, we take care of it. The dealership will take care of it whole. However, the other dealerships, like the same scenario as we talked about in one of our other podcasts, is when your transmission breaks after like a week. And then some other dealerships will be like, well, it looks like you got 2 transmissions.
You're an owner.
We'll take care of it. So it's a little bit easier for salesmen here to reach back out and be like, well, if you got a problem, then we can fix it. Yeah. Rather than a salesman over there, if you got a problem, I can't fix it, so I don't really want to call you.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's something that we pride ourselves on here, and I think that's a very valuable thing that we bring to the game that maybe some don't. Now, that being said, what gets a customer in the door in today's market? What is the one thing that drives our traffic more than anything else?
Social media. It's the price. Social
price.
Media.
Yes. Price is what drives traffic because everybody is so conscious about that, and the world is so open with the internet, and you have so many sources for that. People just put in, they're looking for an Expedition, they're looking for one in this price range, and that's what gets people in the door. That's how you get your first shot at that customer. Mm-hmm. That being said, there are some things that we try not to do it here, but not everybody is like that. To get that lowest price, you get there. We just had a customer yesterday. They're in here talking about that. It's like, well, yeah, I went in there and they had the lowest price, but then they had like a $1,700 dock fee.
Yeah, I think it was my customer.
Yeah, I knew it was somebody that wasn't that smart.
Yeah, it was a $6.99. It was a $129 dock fee, $6.99. They put some stuff on it. I guess window tint, a little bit of other stuff, clear coat on the outside, and then a random $1,000 fee.
Yeah, but they didn't advertise that.
No.
So they had the lowest price, and then it was like, it's easy for us to advertise $5,000 below everybody else if you get here, and then we add $6,000 back to the price because of random XYZ product or whatever it might be that we put on there. So as a consumer,
watch one of them be watching this video. They know who they are. I said the exact numbers.
Yeah. So as a consumer, be aware of that. So whenever, make sure that you are comparing apples to apples. Yeah. Ask those questions. If you call here and say, hey, you got this vehicle, what is the price I'm going to buy it for? That price that we have online is the price that you are going to buy it for. Where everything is transparent on that. That's how we try to do that so people will understand what we're doing. But it has to be a level playing field. If everybody's not doing it, you have to understand that. And then don't be so prideful, because we've had people drive off to Texas and it's like, well, this dealership in Texas is selling it for this. Yeah. And they get down there and maybe 2 out of 10 will come back to us and say, okay, you were right. We'll go ahead and buy a lot of them just they'll just bite the bullet and pay it anyway because their pride gets in the way. They don't want to admit that what we told them was correct whenever they get down there and they find out how much they're really getting charged for that vehicle.
Even with me as the same, I'm not coming back to this dealership to tell you I'm wrong. I'm not. I won't. My pride was said I'd pay $3,000 more. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're in the same boat. Actually, you'd probably find another dealership somewhere else. For me, I don't know if I would be that. I would probably check it out a little bit more, and then hopefully I would be not so, because sometimes in that negotiation process where you got those customers that just like stick their foot in the mud, it's like, if you won't do it, and it's like those are the ones that just aren't going to come back. It really is.
We're not trying to not sell you a vehicle, so we're not trying to insult your family, your heritage, and your friends, and, for whatever thing might happen in the future. We're not making fun of your kids. We're not doing anything like that. We don't want you to not buy a car from us, but we have the number that we have, and that is what it is. So we would hope that you would leave on a good enough note that you would, be willing to come back. Not everybody will, but we're not going to tell you one price and then whenever you come back, go, aha, and then it's like, it's $500 more now.
And typically, especially like brand new, if you're comparing apples to apples, most dealerships are going to be the exact same.
Yeah, their invoices are invoices.
I mean, those prices are the same price, and so the only thing that I could think of possibly is a dealership shutting down and doesn't care about losing $8,000 on a brand new vehicle. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they're not going to lose $5,000.
Right. And they also, I mean, in the industry, it's called a loss leader. Yes. They will have a vehicle that they are willing to just mark to, I mean, an absolute loser. Maybe it's something they've had for a long time. They need to get rid of. Maybe it's a two-wheel drive long bed F-150 that is ugly as all get out, and so like, oh, we'll pay somebody to take this thing. Yeah. But then they'll just have one like that. So then you'll get down there. It's like, well, if you got this one priced like this, then I'm gonna pick out a truck that I like, and I can get that, $10,000 off of that. It's like, oh no,
I ain't doing that.
This is the one.
Yeah.
But just something to be aware of. Everybody in the world would just come here and buy from us. Yeah. It would make it a lot easier. We wouldn't have time to do the podcast maybe, but it's okay.
Been here for 117 years, so.
Did you do that math in your head?
No, I don't know if that's actually right. I've been saying 114 years for 3 years, so I just haven't done that.
If you have a year like that and then a year passes, you have to add one to that.
I haven't been. So now I'm going to start saying 117.
You missed that day in school, didn't you?
Yeah, I missed for the last 2 years.
Yeah. Honestly, future talk. We've been here for 120 years in 2 years.
I mean, at this point, you can just say
at some point it will be that.
Yeah,
it will be right.
It will be right, just not right at that moment. But yeah, I've been saying like 114 years, but I just never, I realized, I was like, when is our birthday? I have no idea when our birthday is, so that's why I've said 114 years. I was like, it's got to be 15 or 16 now, and then I'm like, it's got to be 17 now.
Well, hopefully the owner isn't watching, which I'm sure he's not.
But yeah, I'm sure he's not either. But I mean, if he is, then I'm in trouble. He might actually walk in here. This might be the only podcast he actually watches.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, what's going on that? So hey, everybody, look forward on the 23rd. We'll have Jordan Gregory come up here, and we'll do a little podcast.
Over here. He's just right over there. Yeah, and then,
you realize I said Justin?
Yeah, and then we'll have a live studio audience for this one too.
A live studio audio?
Yeah. For the next podcast, we're gonna fill up the bleachers.
Oh yeah, everybody around there. Yeah, we might shoot a little bit of videos that day. Just so that y'all get a little snippet.
We'll have the intro, and then we'll have some highlights of the day.
Yeah. It'll be Chris getting dunked in a dunking booth. Him missing putts.
My back. I don't know.
Can't really move.
Yeah, I don't know about that. My doctor told me not to, do anything that involves breathing, sitting, or standing. Other than that, I should be good.
But yeah, y'all stay tuned. We'll put another. We should have one more video before that actually happens.
Yes. Tell everybody to like and share.
Yeah,
get some people.
Yeah, hit that button at the very top. It's a subscribe button. Actually, the subscribe button on YouTube is at the very bottom. If you'll hit that link at the very top, press the like and share button, get us all out there.
Come on.
Click the link.
We've been a little stagnant for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to get into those double digits.
Yeah, we are. So we're in double.
Yeah, we are. We're triple digits.
Triple digits. But yeah, guys, that's all we have. So see you.